Conference will now be recorded.
S/4HANA, FSM, Qualtrics, and all. So I have been associated with ExpertSoft from very long time. It's been so many years. I have been given so many trainings of S/4HANA, Service Management, C4C, and FSM as well. My core competency is around CRM, wherein FSM also comes in. So FSM is a kind of new tool. You'd say it's not new; it's been old now. I My first implementation was back in 2020, so it's more than 5 years now since I am doing a few implementations of FSM. So FSM stands for Field Service Management. Let me share my screen. Uh, just go through the slides.
Sami, where are you stationed at? Like,
Kolkata.
okay. You have any EM exposure?
EM, little I know.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, basically, FSM stands for Field Service Management. So, any like it happens in EAM also, I believe. Like EAM also has one application that is being used for the field service management. So, basically, just give me 1 second. Getting one call. Hello. Sorry. Yeah, I'm back. So basically, FSM is stands for Field Service Management. It's a product which is used for optimization of the resources who actually go and works on the client location for any sort of service. Okay, whether it's a client service or if it is your internal assets that are being allocated to any multiple premises and you want to streamline your on-site service process, wherein there you use this field service management. Okay, so there are many tools in the market which is actually which offers the field service management. Oracle has one, Salesforce also has one, and SAP had a kind of field service earlier available in C4C inside the C4C product itself. But after bringing it FSM into the picture, they have removed that feature from the C4C system. Right, Santosh? Have you seen that in C4C field
Yeah,
service?
yeah, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it is not there. Earlier it was there, and of course now C4C has V2, so it's a completely, I mean, it's a kind of different product altogether. But from SAP perspective or in the SAP ecosystem, uh, this is the main tool which will be used for all the on-site services. Okay. So if your business process, wherever we are going to implement our SAP system, if the client has a requirement wherein they send their technicians to the client location or customer's location or in their multiple premises they have, and they have technicians who goes and fixes that, they kind of use this FSM product. Okay, so FSM standalone also you can do. Okay, if you do not have material integration in your process. Okay, and of course, if you are doing a FSM implementation as a standalone, then it is going to be a little challenging in terms of master data. You will have to upload all the master data into the system so that you have to, so that the FSM works. Okay, so there is something called DTO, which is data transfer object that we use to upload all the master data into the system so that it works in the standalone scenario. Now, generally, if you go to the client location, you'll see like, okay, they'll say that, oh, we do not want this to work standalone, we want to integrate it. Okay, so there are multiple ways through which we implement the FSM, sorry, we integrate our FSM system with any other system. Okay, so when I say other system, it could be S/4HANA, public cloud, or private cloud, or C4C. Okay, so these are the three SAP's product or tool or system to which we integrate our FSM system. Okay, so it depends upon your business scenario and your existing ecosystem of SAP, like what all ecosystem you have in your current organization or wherever we are going to implement SAP. If they have C4C, then we can recommend them to use or integrate C4C with FSM so that whenever a service request gets created in C4C, that will create a service call for FSM automatically and it will replicate to FSM, and from FSM we will take it forward to the completion, and once the completion is done we will send the information back to C4C. And again we have seen like C4C standalone doesn't work because it does not have so many things, like it doesn't have SD for the delivery, it doesn't have billing for the billing. Okay, it doesn't have its own pricing, so of course C4C is a kind of also integrated with a backend ERP system, whether it's ECC, S/4HANA, public cloud, private cloud. So you have two scenarios. One is you directly integrate it with C4C, and then C4C will take it back to the uh, backend ERP. Okay. You have another scenario wherein you are directly integrating your FSM system with the S/4HANA, whether it's a public cloud or private cloud. Okay. So when we try to implement, there are also multiple scenarios are there, multiple use cases are there. Based on the scenarios, requirement of the customers, use cases, we decide how we are going to integrate our FSM system. Okay, so once you integrate it with any ERP system, then your master data is sorted, right? You will get all your employees in the FSM system from your HR master. Okay, you will get all your product from the MM system. You'll get all your customer from SD or MDG. So you will get your tools from MM. Okay, so you will just use the FSM system to associate the tickets to the technicians and optimize the on-site service process. So we have to be very mindful when we're talking about FSM that FSM is only responsible for optimizing your on-site service. When I say optimizing has a lot of things that I'll talk about in coming slides. But basically, FSM tool is meant designed to optimize your on-site services for the technicians. When you get the FSM license, it's a SaaS-based tool. Okay, it's not a it's not a part of your S4 HANA system. It's not a part of your C4C system. It's a separate tool altogether. Okay, like you, when if you're working on C4C, you get a URL, you get into the, you directly put that URL into your browser, and you get that working. And then you get an app, you download it from your Apple Store or your Android uh, Play Store, and then you log in and then you work. Similarly, for FSM also, you will get a URL. URL is actually static. Okay, so you have to put an account which is unique for your organization whenever you purchase a license, and then you will get a user ID and the password, and then you will log in into the browser. Similarly, you will also get an app. App you can download it from all the major Play Stores. You download it. Similarly, you give your credentials, your account, and then you are in. Okay. The app is very optimized. Why? Because the app is being managed by the technicians or the worker. Okay. Whosoever is actually going and fixing the or doing the services at the client location. So whenever the tickets are assigned to them, they'll get a notification. They will accept the ticket. They'll start their journey. System will automatically simulate with the Google Map or any other map, and then using that map, the route will be optimized. The technician will be efficiently, visiting to the customer's location. Okay, so those things are being managed in the app. Any questions so far before I move ahead? Anyone? All good so far? Shall I move ahead?
Good, good. Yes, got it.
Yes.
All right, thanks. So, FSM has two applications and one mobile app. Okay. Two, when I say two application, meaning there are two browser. One is the backend, second is the front end, and third is the mobile app. Okay. Uh, when I say backend, backend is only managed by the consultants and by the admins or super users, which we say in SAP language. They use that backend app to do all sort of configurations and doing the super user activities. Then there is another app that is called the front end app, which is majorly being used by the dispatcher. Dispatcher is the person who is going to allocate all the tickets to the technicians or to the workers. And then third is the mobile app, which is being used by the worker or the technician, where they will see all the tickets that are being assigned to them so that they can act upon them. Okay. You do not need to pay extra for anything. Okay. Uh, um, from license perspective, similar to C4C, they have different versions, and based on the versions you get, of course, enterprise has all the features. So if you get the enterprise license, then you will have all the features inside it, so that you can use everything that is being offered by FSM. Okay. Now, what are the features? What all things are available inside FSM? So far, we have just understood that it is being used for the optimization of the technician. So that was in a one-liner. Now we'll talk about in details like what all features does FSM offers. Okay, or what are we going to learn in our course? So in the module one, we are going to learn about the detail about FSM, okay, and how it fits into Service Cloud. When I say Service Cloud, this means C4C, okay. Solution overview, SAP Field Service Management features and functionalities and architecture. So this is the basics of that we are going to learn in our first module. Second module talks about DTO, which is called Data Transfer Object, and the master data. So that this also I've already spoken about the master data, wherein if you have an integrated scenario, if you have integrated your FSM with any of the ERP or with C4C, then all your master data is going to come from the other system. If you are using this as a standalone, I have also implemented FSM standalone. So there you have to use the DTO, that is called data transfer object, in order to upload the mass data into the system. Okay, like in C4C we have DWB, right, data workbench, wherein we upload all the master data into the system during our cutover. Similarly, we have DTO available here in FSM, where we can load the master data into the system. Also, just to call out that FSM does not offer anything related to pricing. Okay, so pricing is not a part of FSM. Do not expect that, okay, we have made some changes into the service order or service call, we have added some more line items, then how do the pricing being calculated? This all will be done either in C4C or in your S4HANA system, not in FSM. Of course, system will allow you. Suppose the technician visited to the client location, they have been given, okay, these are the two parts that needs to be replaced. After reaching, they realize that, okay, there are two more parts which is damaged, that also needs to be replaced. So that they can add, okay, but the pricing and everything is going to happen in the S4. Okay, so in the master data, we will talk about how all master data is being created in the system, whether it's a customer master, employee master, material master, Teams, there's functionality called Teams there. Okay, tools. There are many other master data also available. There is a work center available. So I'll show you how all those master data sections are available and how we can either create those master data manually in the system, or we will use DTO to upload those master data into the system. Okay. And then in the third topic, we are going to learn about the administration slash configurations. Okay. So this is the main part of the training, wherein we will learn how do we configure the FSM system. It is not a ready-made tool like the MS Office or Excel. Like you install it and you are good to go. No, like C4C, you have to do all the implementation from your scoping, your fine tuning. Similarly, like in S/4HANA, you do the SPRO configurations and everything. Similarly, here also you have to do the configurations. Okay, we do not have SPRO kind of things because it's a SaaS-based tool. Okay, so there is as I told you, there are three apps, right? One is backend, front end, and then mobile app. In the backend app, you will get the provisions of doing all the configurations in the system, which will be primarily managed by the functional consultants or by the super users. Okay, there we will learn how we create an account, how do we make the company settings. When I say company settings, in S4HANA language, there is something called company code, right? So you get multiple company code, each company code has its own balance sheet. It's a kind of different entity altogether. Similarly, here also you have a provision to create multiple company, and you can also integrate these companies to different company codes in S4HANA. You do not need to buy multiple licenses to create multiple companies. You just buy one license, and that license is actually your account. So when you'll see your account, when you log into the system to the backend, it will not give you much a provision to change many things there because that account comes from SAP. Okay, but from here, creating of company, changing the company settings and everything that you can do. Then permissions of user, user group, and user role. So here we will talk about the basis kind of activity. Okay, since it's a SaaS based tool. Okay, so if in bigger project we have seen that we have trained the basis or the security team to, and then handed it over to those teams. Okay, like what we do in S4HANA or ECC, right? There is a security team, there is a basis team who actually handles the user provisioning, user creation, business roles, and everything. Okay, but in a practical scenario, you won't see basis or security team would be knowing how to work on the FSM user creation or user roles or business roles and all. Okay, so you should know it. Okay, that's a part of our training wherein I'll teach you how to create all these things, and generally we manage it. Okay, but in a large enterprise like wherein the implementation is huge, then definitely it will be handed over to the basis and security team. But you will have to teach them because it is expected that they would not know this. Okay, like in C4C, we create our own, we create business roles by ourselves and then we assign the roles to the tech users. Similarly, here also you have to do it. Now, it's a business requirement or your implementation methodologies, how you are using it, who has to do it. Okay, even basis has to do it. They'll expect that you should teach them how to do it. So we need to know how to create the users and business roles and everything. Workflow configurations similar to S4HANA, C4C, CRM. We will learn how do we create multiple service workflow, how do we do the configurations. Then screen configurations. So configuration is also available. Like if the look and feel is not as per the customer's requirement, we have a provision to make the changes in the screens. Now, people who are coming from S4HANA background, we don't do it because that's a Fiori app, right? We do not have that. There is a typical team, Fiori team, who actually make those changes on the Fiori app. People who are coming from CRM, so in the orthodox CRM, we had AET, something called AET, right? Application Enhancement Tool, wherein we used to make the changes. Uh, Like C in C4C we have adaptation and all, right? Similarly, here you will get the adaptation option, okay, wherein you can make certain changes on the screen. Okay, so the whole idea behind screen configuration is that we'll make the system according to the requirement of the customer. We'll make the screens looks like exactly as per the requirement of the customer. We'll hide all the unnecessary field which is not required. We will add some custom fields that is asked by the customers. They'll say, "Oh, I want field here, this field, the arrangement of the fields and everything." This is all we do in the screen configuration. Translations. Okay, all the standard fields are already translated, similar to how it is there in Fiori, S4HANA and C4C. Like if you will try to log in with any other language, whatever standard fields are there, you will see auto translated. But the custom fields that you have created, those fields you have to do the translations, similar to how you do it in S4HANA Fiori or in your C4C. I'm giving CRM, C4C, and S4HANA, reference because you guys are from that area. Okay, that will help you to understand how to relate things and how you are currently doing it in your system, whether it's S4HANA or CRM or C4C, and how we are going to do it in FSM. Next is business rules. This is one of the critical feature of FSM, wherein you create business rules and make the system behave according to your rule. When I say that, okay, whenever I create a service call, it should automatically go to a particular team. This is business rule. Okay. So this is nothing but the workflow. Okay. In SAP language, it's a workflow. You have a condition. Based on the condition, there is an event that you want the system to trigger. Okay. So suppose you want that every time a ticket is assigned to a technician, you want to send an email to the technician so that they are fully aware that hey, you have been assigned a ticket to. Of course they will. You want the technician to get a mobile notification, like whenever your WhatsApp message comes, you get a notification, you get a ringtone also, right? That okay, you have received a message. Similarly, if you want to send email, you want to send a push notification, you want to send an SMS, of course you have to buy subscription from the telecom company in order to make this work. But the push notification or email, that is all free, that you can automatically you can configure in the system using business rule. So this is one two examples, but there are 60% of the things which is being managed inside the business rules. So whatever automation you want in your FSM system, that will be done through business rules. Okay, and this is one of the complex part of the FSM. So suppose you wanted to send an email to a technician whenever the ticket is assigned to them. So it's not only you put a condition. There are many other things you have to do, right? Whom to send an email? Okay, the person who has been assigned the ticket to. What will be the content of the email? You have to write some uh, JavaScript code or the HTML code also, so that you can create those templates and use those templates to send the email to the technician. Similarly, if you want to send an email to the customers, you want some field to be updated, right? In C4C, you use workflow for update fields, right? If you are choosing customer A, the priority should always be high. If you are choosing customer B, the priority should always be medium. So these are some of the examples, but there are many more to it. This is one of the critical feature of FSM, which is widely used for all sort of automation that we do in the FSM. Query API. So since this entire FSM is designed on API, so there is a provision given inside the FSM where you can query those API to get the data in the report format. Okay. Any questions so far before I move on?
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
You talked about the versions, right? So
Mm-hmm.
enterprise edition. So do we
Mm-hmm.
have what kind of other versions are available?
Uh, See, generally you get enterprise only. Okay, I haven't seen
Okay.
any because there is no much difference between the pricing. Okay,
Okay.
so generally I have seen it's always enterprise. Okay, in some of the organizations I have seen that they have not opted for the enterprise because they didn't want to spend a little extra because they didn't want to have certain features. Okay, one example I'll give you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like crowd service. Okay, this is one of
Mm-hmm.
the big feature of FSM, wherein you allow the third party companies or third person which is not a part of your organization to be onboarded as your technicians, and they will work on your
Mm-hmm.
behalf. Okay, so that is one
Okay.
of the cool and complicated, or I'd say big feature of FSM that comes only inside the enterprise version. If you do not want
Mhm.
that, then you do not need to opt for enterprise.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
And with respect to this extensibility, is there any other custom extensibility that is possible?
Yes.
Okay.
So you have to write a little code, okay, in JS,
Oh, okay.
JavaScript to
Mhm.
do some enhancement. So
Oh,
whatever
it's Python or
enhancement technique,
JavaScript?
JavaScript, not Python.
Okay.
So basically, see, whatever you are doing on the front end, even from the screen configuration, system is writing JavaScript in the backend.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay,
Okay.
to get those
Mhm.
additional new screens, new fields to work. Okay. So,
Okay.
and then there is a provision where you can see the entire code. So, if you want to do more extensive development, you can copy the entire code and then download it and then use it in your local system to make the changes and then upload them again.
Okay. You mean the standard thing, standard code?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But would that not mess with the actual delivery SAP cloud?
So, what will happen is the moment you make any changes to the standard screen, it will create a copy of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it will always be like V1.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, so the moment you
You can
make any
always
changes,
revert to the original.
yes, revert to original is option is available. There is a checkbox. If you're not
Mhm.
happy or somehow you have messed the entire code, you can simply click one button and then it will go to back to standard.
Okay, so this is what you are referring to the custom extensibility, or that's a
No, not
different option?
exactly. See, basically, I'll give you another example. So suppose who is this Santosh, right?
Yeah, yes.
So in C4C, what you do is you create two different screens, right?
Okay,
And
yes.
then layout, and then
Yeah.
you assign those layout to different business roles, and
Hmm.
eventually that business role is assigned to employees, correct? When the
Yes.
employee logs in, system will check what is the business role, what is the corresponding layout, and based on that layout it will show you on the screen, right? So
Yeah.
that is how different people see different things even inside one same object, right? If it's a sales
Mhm.
order, say for example, a service order, so for somebody it will be read only, for somebody it will be editable. So what you are doing is you are creating different layout and keeping one
Mhm.
master layout as a standard one which you do not want anybody to touch, right?
Yeah.
Same way here, when there is a checkbox called customer. So the moment you make any changes to that, system will create a replica of your standard one along with whatever additional changes you have made, and there will be a checkbox called custom. Okay, which
Hmm.
will tell the other person who is going into the system when that person will go and see what is service call, they'll see two service calls. One will be the standard one, and second will be the custom one that you have created, right?
Okay, got it.
And
Yeah.
for one object, you can create multiple layouts with
Hmm.
different screen. Okay, it will all be a part of one object, say for example service call, but it will have different features in terms of like fields. So for layout one, there will be different field. For layout two, there will be different field, and then eventually you assign those different screens to different people. Same.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah.
So the extensions that we are talking about, like that is a part of out of the box because I didn't see that in this content training.
That's a part of out of the box. Yeah, I'll show you.
But it's not in this topic list, right?
So
List
when
of
you
topics.
say screen configuration, it comes all types of screen configurations that we do.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So this extensibility you're referring to is part of screen configuration, right?
correct. Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Moving ahead, planning and dispatching. So this is one of the core functionality of FSM, wherein there is a person called dispatcher who is actually assigning the tickets to the technicians. Okay. Now the tickets are gonna come from either from your S4 system or from your C4C system, or you are creating it manually in FSM. Okay, so whatever tickets, either it is coming from any third-party system, any other S4HANA SAP system, or you're creating it manually, there is a placeholder where you will see all the service calls. Okay, and then there is a specific status that you set, and if you set that status, meaning that ticket is qualified to be assigned to the technician. So there is a person called dispatcher, that's a role, who knows like this ticket to assign to whom. Okay, he will see the availability of the resources, he will see the distance from the customer's location to the technician who is nearest, and based on that, there are multiple ways through which we assign the tickets to the technicians. Okay, there are four ways through we assign the ticket to the technicians. One is fully manual, drag and drop. Okay, I have received a service call 121. I can see Santosh is available. I drag and drop it to Santosh. I'll release it, and the ticket will be assigned to Santosh. Santosh will get a notification on his mobile app, and then he will start acting upon it. He will accept the ticket. He will travel to the customer's location. He will fix the problem, and he will close the ticket. And that information will come back, and the status of the ticket will be set to closed. That is manual. Okay, the dispatcher is manually assigning the ticket to the technician. Second is bulk assignment. Okay, there's a provision where you can select multiple tickets at one point in time and then drag and drop it to multiple technician. That also you can do. Third is semi-automated process. Semi-automated process meaning the dispatcher will use some rules. Okay, that are AI based rules that we configure in the system in the backend, and using those rules, uh, the technician will try to find the best matching technician for that particular ticket. Okay, so he will run that engine, and system will show who is the best matching technician for this. This is Mr. A is best matching, Mr. B is next best matching, Mr. C is third next best matching, and then whosoever the technician, the dispatcher wants to assign the ticket to, they'll assign it to them. Okay, so and then fourth is fully automated, wherein the dispatcher will not do anything. Okay, the rules are running. Okay, we call it policy in FSM. So the policies are activated, and we have already instructed the system to use this policy, and based on that policy, every time the ticket comes to the queue, it will automatically assign to the technician. The dispatcher will just sit back and relax and see that the tickets are automatically assigned to the ticket. For some reason, if there is no, the tickets are not assigned to the technician, then in that case, they will manually assign the ticket to the technician. Okay. I have done multiple implementation of FSM. I have not seen anybody using fully automated scenario. Okay, because as on today system is no, I mean people are not very much relying on the AI to assign the tickets to the technician, but yes, system gives you that feature wherein you can let the system decide who is the best matching technician, and it will be auto assigned to the technicians, of course based on certain rules and policies that you create in the backend. Okay, so that's the use of planning and dispatching board. Okay, that's a page wherein you will see a calendar view, and you will see how you assign the tickets to the technicians.
Is it a graphical tool or is it a
It's a graphical tool, yes, like your Outlook calendar.
okay? So you can drag drop the guy into that
Yes,
time period.
sorry.
You can drag and drop at the time period.
Yes, correct. You can drag and drop like in your Outlook. Suppose you see there is a meeting, right? If you want to change the timing of the meeting, you simply drag and drop it to the new timing. It will be changed, right? Same like that way. You can simply drag and assign it to the technician. If you want
So
to reassign from Mr. A to Mr. B, that also you can do. If you want to change the timing, you can do. Of course, there are some additional functionality available like locking feature. So suppose you want to lock a ticket to a particular technician. If you lock it, then the system will not allow it to assign it to any other person. There is also another lock functionality wherein you want to lock the time because the customer say that I am strictly available at 11 o'clock. Okay,
yes.
so you can lock the time so that you can change the technician, but you cannot change the time.
So this is like you can schedule for a month or two. It depends on the configuration, like on the backend configuration.
Yes, yes, it's a backend configuration. Okay. Then, of course, there is something called absence and reservations. Okay, so suppose if the technician is not available, so you have to mark them as absent so that the tickets are not assigned to them. If the technician has some reservations, he's like in a meeting full day, he'll not be taking any call, then you'll have to create the reservations so that the tickets are not assigned to them. Then something called map is there. So you can also take the help of Google Map or any other map. So Google Map comes with free of cost along with FSM. Okay, so uh, I don't know how many of you know that the Google Map is free for end user, but it is not free for the organizations, right? So if you want to use the Google Map for your commercial process, then you have to pay some licenses, correct, to Google. But if you take the license of FSM, Google Map comes along with the Google Map license. The FSM comes with Google Map license. You can leverage Google Map in order to see the view of all your technicians, where they are currently, what all tickets are there, what all equipments are installed at what all location, so that it will help you to identify the right resource for the ticket assignment. There are some filters available. Okay, based on those filters or skill sets, you can tell the system to automate your ticket assignment process. So suppose you have got one customer who is German, and you have only one technician who speaks German. So you want to assign to that person only. So you can use those filters to identify the right technicians, and you can also assign skill sets to your master data, meaning to your customers, to your employees, so that you can leverage those skill sets to identify the right technician. So all these are being used to optimize your ticket assignment process, which is not possible without having a system. You cannot do it in Excel. You cannot do it in any other tool because it requires a lot of additional features that you can take help of in order to optimize your ticket assignment process.
So can customer information can be seen on the screen? Like he's a
Yes, you can.
German,
Yeah, yeah.
or he has a bad road, or he has locked door, something like that. So that
So
information can be.
there you are going to use real-time Google map.
No, I'm
So,
telling. I'm
mhm.
asking the customer related information, like for example, customer has a, he has a dog, so he should be, so we need a person, some
That
customer.
information, yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
That information they can pass it during
Okay.
the creation of the ticket. There's a note section available, right? So note sections you can use to put all these information that will be helpful for the dispatcher and the technician. Mobile app I've already spoken about. So mobile app is used by the technician. They'll be able to see all the tickets that are assigned to them. They, based on the access you provide your technician, they also may have a provision to create new tickets. They can see all the materials that are reserved for the particular service. They can record their time. Okay, so whatever time they are putting in the travel as well as in the actual service, they can record that time. You can automate this also. You want the stopwatch to calculate the time, that also is possible. Then you have expense and material. So if you are using any spare part during your service, you can use that. If you want to if you have incurred any expenses that also you want to capture, that also you can do. Meaning you are going to a different city wherein you have to halt somewhere in the night and you have to pay for a hotel, that all you can do it in FSM. Activity feedback. So there is something called forms, like smart forms are there in S4HANA. Similarly, here also you have a form option available, which is very user friendly. You can easily create forms here. Okay, you do not need any technical skill to create them. You can create those forms, assign it to the tickets, so that once during the closure of the ticket, they can take the feedback from the customer. This is smart form and feedback. So it's a big topic. That's why I have put it into the different module. You will see how you can create the smart forms, how you can create the different templates, how you can use multiple elements are there. You want to have a calculated field, you want to have a signature field, you want to have a date field. You want your business partner to be automatically bring in your forms. That all configurations you can do in the forms. Analytics and reporting. So analytics and reportings are not much in FSM. Okay, it does not offer many reporting features. Of course, there are few standard uh, what do you call OData services are there, which you can use and leverage in order to see some data. Okay, you can create a few dashboards as well, and there are two ways through which you can create new report into the system, either using HTML or using Jaspersoft. Okay, Jaspersoft is a different tool altogether. There, you have to write codes in order to create new reports. Okay, and then the other thing is of course HTML. So you can use HTML, you can use the data sources from the backend DTO, and then you can create the report. But by standard, it does not offer much. It is also not very intuitive. Okay, so reporting is not good in short. I'll tell you in FSM.
So, one question. So, is it being, I mean, out of your projects you've worked, so is it still being used or not much?
Generally, they are using SSE, okay, Analytics
Okay.
Cloud, yeah, for the reportings. That is what majority of the customers are using if they already have S4HANA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but in some cases, if they really want it, then we'll have to bring it somebody technical to design those reports in Jaspersoft. It's a different skill set altogether. Okay, I tried to
Okay.
learn it, but I could not. It's very technical, so
I mean,
not.
so do they push for it or?
Not necessarily. See, they will ask that they want to see this. Okay, so there
Mm-hmm.
are alternatives available. So what we do is sometimes we bring the data back to S4, right? Then we
Yeah.
will use S4 to give them the reports.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And with respect to mobile app, right? So is
Mhm.
the configurations or like admin for mobile app? Do we also
Yes,
have
yes.
okay the backend that we have? usually works for mobile app, or does it have a separate?
No, backend is for both for your front end app
Okay,
as well as for your mobile app.
okay, all right, thanks.
Yeah, all right. Moving ahead. Crowd service. Now, this is you need an additional license, or you have to pay something extra, or you need to have an sorry, the enterprise license from FSM if you want to use crowd service. It's a kind of third party services. So suppose like there are many companies, like for example in Delhi, right? So it's a peak of summer and then peak of winter as well, right? So if there's an AC company, they do not want to hire many people, but they require more people during the summers, so they'll not hire full-time people, right? So what they do is they offer crowd service, okay, wherein they will allow the third-party technicians to register with them so that they can work as a technicians on company's behalf. So there's a separate app available for this, okay, which with with a different URL. You can use that URL uh, to give permissions to your third party companies or third party vendors, third party technicians, so that they can register themselves. Okay, it's something called uh, crowd partner and crowd owner. These are two different apps. Crowd owner is for the organization where they will see who all registered themselves, they'll verify them, they'll onboard them. And crowd partner app is for the third party technician or third party vendor, wherein they will do the request for their onboarding. Once they are onboarded, their technicians will also show up in the dispatching board, wherein you can directly assign the service tickets to the third party vendors. When the tickets are assigned to third party vendors, it will directly available in their third party app, which is called crowd partner app. From there they can assign it to their technician, and their technician will be using mobile app again to complete their work. Okay, so in that entire process, there are two new app that has been introduced by FSM. One is called crowd owner and the one is called crowd partner.
Okay, and
Any question on crowd service? Mhm.
okay, so the crowd service. So you're saying third party vendors will be able to access the app, right?
Correct, yes.
So the two new apps, I mean, I didn't get. So
No,
why
so
two new
crowd
apps?
admin is for your admin.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so you have a different team, right, who is going to handle the third
Correct.
party
Yes.
vendors.
Yeah.
So the crowd admin is for them. If you want your dispatcher to handle that, you can give that access to your dispatcher. He'll do both the things.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
but
mhm.
the controls will be done by admin
By admin,
itself.
yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is basically technician, third party vendor
Yes,
technicians,
third
right?
party technician, correct. It works like
Okay.
Ola, Uber, no? So anytime you have a commercial car, you want to enroll as a Uber driver, you can request
Hmm.
you have to submit all the documents. If approved, then you are good to go. That,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Not within organization employee. It's third
correct.
party.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for the outside vendor, third party technicians.
Does it differ in any way the functionality it offers to within
Little
organization?
difference is there. Okay,
Mm.
like when you are a dispatcher, if you are assigning a ticket to the technician, you will be able to differentiate between your full-time technician and third-party technician. Okay, that comes in a italic
Okay,
font.
but the normal
Mhm.
app also should be able to differentiate that, right? With some roles, or will that not
Of course, there
happen?
will be different business role will be created for your third-party vendor. That is called your crowd partner.
Okay, but why
Okay.
is it treated differently? Like when you mentioned crowd service,
Mm-hmm.
it's similar to you're giving access to a third party with business with limited functionality, right? Like let's say read only,
Correct.
or I mean, if you take CRMC4C, you can give read only
Mhm.
kind of stuff. But why
Right.
is it separately highlighted as crowd service?
I'll tell you. So there are companies also who have a set of technicians. Okay.
Yeah.
Now they say that I am company X. I want to be associated with Panasonic. Panasonic say that I want a third party company. So
Mhm.
the third party company will have an app called Crowd Partner. I, as a Panasonic dispatcher, I will assign all the ticket to one person in for company X. Okay. All the
Yeah.
tickets will be going to that one person who is sitting there as a dispatcher for in the company's or crowd partner app. So in the crowd partner, he'll be seeing all the incoming tickets which has been
Okay.
assigned by Panasonic. He will be now assigning those tickets to their technicians. He
Okay.
has
It's
said 10
a vendor
technicians.
not a it it can be a vendor
Yes, it can
company
be a
also.
company, it can be
Okay.
an individual also. So when it's an
Okay.
individual, then you do not need a partner at all. That app is
Hmm.
of no use. You can directly
Yeah.
assign them as a in the technician, right? That
Got
will
it.
of no
Okay.
use.
Yeah.
But if in the case where is a third party company where they have a lot of people in their organization and you have to assign a ticket to that company only, and then they will manage all those tickets. So it depends upon the contract that you are having with the third party vendor. Okay. You also
Hmm.
have a provision to bring in all their third party technicians to your desk to your dispatcher dashboard. That also you can do.
Okay.
But to manage, you need to give them one portal,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Where they'll see that,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
these
Yeah.
many tickets are assigned to my company, out of which five tickets are still unassigned. How I can optimize this. So for all those things, you need one app, right?
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Next is customer self-service. So this is another app which will be used by your customer. So
Okay.
now why do you need an app? So suppose you have bought a Panasonic AC. Okay, nowadays what happens? I bought a Panasonic AC. Now they have given me WhatsApp, right? So in the WhatsApp they have added me. So you just have to say hi, and then they'll give you some options wherein you can book your service, right? That option is available. So this is nothing but a value addition that is helping the customers to interact with the organization easily. Okay, earlier you had to call the customer care, and then it is going for a waiting. Finally you contact or you get in touch with the real human, then you ask for to create a ticket, and then somebody will come for the services, right? Now there are multiple options available. You can do it from messaging, you can do it by WhatsApp. Integration is also available, wherein you just say hi, and then they'll say, okay, what do you want? Okay, service, click three, and then your service is booked, right? Now, apart from that, it has also given one more app to their customers so that they can use that app to actually see the tickets that are assigned to them, see all the equipments that are installed in their premises, see all the tickets that has been closed. So it's a kind of dashboard for your customer. Now, it is not, again, it is not very helpful when it's an individual customer, right? Because as an individual customer, I've just bought one AC. Why would I go and download an app? It's not actually an app, it's a web browser. So what you do is you put a barcode on your AC so that you see that, oh, your AC is not working. You directly scan it, and then it will open the customer self-service app. And then from there you can see, you can raise a ticket. You can, if when you have raised a ticket after 2 hours, you want to see the current status. That all you can see in that app. Again, it is not very helpful when it is an individual customer, but it is very helpful when you have a customer who is holding multiple equipments of yours. Example, suppose you are a Panasonic company, you have installed 200 AC in an apartment or in a society. Okay. And so Society ABC, they sold all their units to their customers, said that we are giving you AC inbuilt. Okay, that has 2 years of services free. Whenever you face any issue, just let me know, and we will, get your AC serviced. Now the end customer is going to the society's help desk, asking that, hey, my AC is not working. Now see, the society help desk, how will they manage? They have 200 ACs. They cannot go ahead and create multiple tickets. It will be very cumbersome for them, right? So if I give them an app wherein they'll be able to see, okay, what all tickets are created, what all equipments are there, how many equipments are there, how many service calls are opened, how many service calls are closed. So that app will be very helpful in that scenario. So again, this is the value addition. If your organization wants it, you can implement this. Again, this has a lot of configuration that you have to do in the backend, that we will learn how to do it.
So does it require licensing?
No, it's a part of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next is integration with FSM. Like, we will talk about all the integration pointers, whatever we have to do, whatever configuration we have to do in the backend for the integrations. Okay. Now integration is a very big topic. How do you integrate it, which system you want to integrate it, what middleware system you are going to use. So there are so many things that, or so many topics that comes in between. Okay. As a part of this training, I'm going to talk about what all configurations you have to do when in the FSM for the integration, whether you are doing it with C4C or S4HANA or with any other third party tool. Yeah. So these are the, topics that we are going to learn in our training. We are up for time, but yeah, I'm happy to take any questions if you have.
Hey Samir, are we going to cover like any integration with SM?
SM means service management.
Yeah.
No, so I'll tell you the theoretical part of the integration. Okay. I will also talk about the usage of middleware for the integration. I will also talk about what all configurations you have to do in the S/4HANA or in the FSM system. But we are not going to do the real-time integration. It's a project altogether if you have to
Okay.
do it. Yeah,
Okay. And mostly this FSM is on configuration part only, or here like what level of Java scripting we have to do?
see, Java scripting is not much. It totally depends upon the complexity of the project.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but there is no back-end system like, in C4C we have ABSL, in S4HANA we have uh, ABAP. So there we do not have any backend apart from JavaScript. Okay.
Okay.
The challenge come when you are doing the business rule. I'll tell you upfront. Okay. That sometimes the requirement comes from the customer, hey, I want this to be automated, I want that to be automated, and there you have to write some JavaScript code.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Otherwise, screen configuration and all, you'll do it without coding.
Yeah,
And
So,
configuration.
then nowadays we have AI help, so you can give some
Yeah.
instructions, take the
Correct.
code, put it to the
Mm-hmm.
system, compile it, tell
Mm-hmm.
the AI the error. So that kind of thing you can do if you're not from the technical background.
Okay.
Yeah,
yeah, Samir. So this is the area where you were saying extensibility will be used, business rules,
correct,
or is
correct.
that different?
When I say extensibility, it's a common term, right?
Ah,
So
right. Okay.
whatever extensions or enhancements that you have to do in the system,
Mm-hmm.
okay, either you will be doing, if it's a screen enhancement, then of course you're going to use the screen enhancement or screen configuration area. Okay.
Mm.
Any automation, if you have to do, then you have to use the business rule.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and apart from that, we don't have anything else, right? I mean, like we have ABSL app. We don't,
No,
like
no,
you
no, no.
said, there is
Nothing
nothing.
like that. No, no.
Okay. And for integration, what is the mostly used tool? CPI.
Uh, if we are integrating with C4C, then we use CPI. If we are
Okay.
integrating with S4HANA Public Cloud, we use CPI. If we are using integrating with S4HANA Private Cloud or on-premise, then we use CPI or Proexia.
Okay. I also had CPS in one of the demos Naveen sent me. They said
Mhm.
CPS is also used. Is that
No, no,
true?
no. CPS? No. CPI?
CPS.
No. What is full
Okay.
form of CPS?
No, I don't know. That's the reason
No,
I'm
no,
asking.
no, 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 no. It might be a spelling mistake. It would be CPI.
Okay. Proxia is what? It's a SAP
It's a
tool or?
different product altogether.
Oh, okay. So is that any, is that a competitor like similar to CPI or better than CPI?
Yes, but that middleware is designed for FSM only. Like your
Oh,
CPI.
okay.
CPI is a kind of generic middleware, right? You can use it
Correct. Yes.
for many integrations. But Proxia is designed for FSM and S/4HANA on-premise integration. So it has a lot of additional features. Okay.
Okay.
Um, if your integration scenario is very complex, then in that case, CPI will not work. You have to use Proxia. Okay. For
Proxia,
example,
right?
correct, yeah. So it has an additional license. Okay,
Okay.
it's a separate tool. You have to procure that license. They will give you an add-on. You have to implement that add-on in your S/4HANA on-premise system. And
Okay.
once you implement that add-on, it will open up a whole new T code world for you.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. And then you have to do a lot of configurations in order to
In
set up
in
between
in
HANA
FSM?
on-premise and FSM.
In FSM, new configurations also will.
No, 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 not in
Okay.
FSM. S/4HANA.
Okay. Okay.
In S/4HANA.
So is that used?
Yes,
How prevalent
yes,
is it? Okay.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, what's the question?
I mean, how, like, say, out of 10 customers, how many use Proxia?
Two,
And two.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that because they already have CPI in the landscape, they try to
No,
reuse?
no, 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 no. Basically, see, I'll tell you. If they have advanced, you said about SM, right? Service management.
Yeah.
So if you have advanced execution scenario, okay, in SM, you have two scenarios. One is lean scenario, second is advanced execution scenario, wherein your service order goes to plant maintenance to create a maintenance order, right?
Mm-hmm.
PM01, PM02. From there, if you want to integrate with FSM, like you created your maintenance order, then your maintenance order has multiple activities. One of the activities you want to integrate with FSM. So in those scenario, the CPI will not work. You have to use Proexia.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's all about use cases, and then based on that, we suggest customers to go with whatever middleware they want.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Any other question?
Yeah. How long is it going to take to
30
complete this?
hours.
30 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
And what is the schedule? Is that um,
Weekend,
decided or?
it would be in the weekend. Generally in the we do it in the weekend, 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not on the weekdays?
Weekdays, I am available in the first half.
Okay.
If everybody is available, we can plan and we can do. I don't mind.
Okay. All right.
All right. Any other question? Okay, then I'll take it as no.
Thank you so much.
So yeah,
Thank you.
Naveen will be your point of contact, so you can talk to him to get the class started.
Yeah. Thanks,
All right
everyone.
then.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, Amir.